So I'm getting a lot of people asking me about how I can make eating healthy be realistic. They'll try really hard and then they just realize that it's too hard to do and they just stop doing it. So how am I able to keep my healthy habits, live my life as a busy mom, still work, still do this, this, and this? Here are some tips for you. So first off, you have to let go of the punishments and the rewards of eating. Okay, you just have to let them go. And just remember that, and this is what I always keep my mindset. So like my idea of eating is because I need to eat to fuel myself. I need to eat because my body needs it to live. Every single time you eat something, your body then in turn changes that food into something that develops your body, strengthens your body, fuels your body, or literally creates your body, okay? Every single time. So when you sit there and you understand that concept, to me, like, we have all these boundaries, all these blocks, all these excuses of like, I eat for emotions, I eat because I need this, but like you actually have to let go of those things and just understand that eating is a process that your body needs in order to be alive, okay? And remove everything else because those things are just enabling you to continue eating the way that you're eating. And you can be like, that's too hard. I don't get that. But you have to understand that. Like, so when I eat something, I think about what is this going to do for my body? Is this going to bog my body down or is this actually going to help my body? And that helps my decision. And at first, like with everything else, when you are changing your eating habits or you're changing your lifestyle habits or you're trying to implement something healthy and new, it's going to be hard at first. You have to remember that. So don't give up. You have to retrain your mind and body and your habits to do these new things. So it's going to be hard and your body will actually continue to challenge you so that you start the old stuff. And this is the thing that sits in my mind always, and I'm constantly teaching people this. Your body does not know or discern whether or not your habits are good or bad for you. All it discerns is those habits are done well. So you have to sit there and be like, what do I want to do well? Me, I want to live a life that I'm not constantly trying to combat. I want to eat healthy because I don't want to be bloated. I don't want to have aches and pains. I don't want to have a headache. I don't want to feel frustrated and angry. And I don't want to feel and wake up like I've been sleeping on like a bag of rocks. Like I want to always wake up good. I want to feel nourished, etc. So in my mind, I'm compromising my health and my mindset with what I'm eating. So I had to change that and it's worth the fight. So I go shopping now, right? And it's easy to go into the store if I need to look at a label for something new and see if there's dyes, see if there's gluten, see if there's any preservatives or any of those things. I basically look for something that I don't want to have any ingredients on my food that I don't understand what the word is. It's basic, simple, and no sugars. And those are the things I buy. If it has that stuff on the label, I put it back. And then I find an alternative if I really want to make a specific recipe. And I remove those things. And then a lot of people will ask me, well, you're a mom. Like, what do you feed your kids? I want my kids to have the same nutritional benefits as me. So if you have children that don't eat vegetables or don't do this, you have to continue to push that on them so that they understand this is how we're going to eat. This is what we do. So like, for example, Easton does not like lettuce on his tacos or, on a salad or he doesn't like lettuce on tacos or a sandwich. So what do? I literally give him the piece of lettuce that I would have put on his salad or his tacos. And I say, you either eat this on this or you eat it by itself because this is part of the meal. So he has to choose either I'm eating it by itself or I'm just eating it, and he'll just eat it. And he knows that that is part of the meal. He doesn't get any more until he finishes that green. And he could kick and scream about it at first, but now he's just like, just give me the lettuce, just give me the piece, just let me eat it. And he understands that's how we eat things. Also, biggest mindset, right? When you're eating healthy and you're a mom or just somebody that has somebody else in your life, the more you can be consistent and eat these ways, the more it influences their mindset. So you're helping others by helping yourself. And you have to remember that too. Like you can bless people by those examples. Also, don't buy the things if you don't eat it. Like just don't buy the things if you know that you shouldn't eat it. And that's a really hard thing because we are used to eating certain things. We are used to certain patterns. We're used to certain snacks. We're used to certain mindsets. But you also have to remember, if this is not healthy for you and you want to transfer it into this healthy meal, just cook it a couple times, get used to having those ingredients, and then make that. And then all of a sudden you're like me, like if I, a quick meal, I'm going to put together spinach, tomatoes, onions, and peppers, and put some chickpeas or soft mozzarella on it and put balsamic on it. And that's my quick meal. That's my quick, let's just make that. And it's because I'm used to that. And I always ensure that I have ingredients of some of my favorite dishes in the house all the time, so that when I'm like, oh, I just need something really fast, I make that really fast and it's easy for me instead of just running to the cupboard and looking for something. But, now that I don't have those things in the house, I look in the cupboard and I find something that's natural, and it's like, sweet potato chips or something is like the worst thing I can find in my house right now. But don't let those things overwhelm you, and give yourself some grace and just know you are reprogramming your habits. It takes time to grocery shop while you're reprogramming your habits and looking for those foods, but the more and more you do it, the easier it becomes. The more and more it becomes your lifestyle, the easier it becomes. And that's the really interesting thing, and that's something that is like extremely rewarding. Since January, I've cut out, everybody has times where you eat these things, so just don't know, it's like not perfect because no one's perfect. But since January, I've taken out meat, I've taken out gluten, I've taken out sugar, and I only have like main like hearty grains when I eat, so like quinoa or like wild rice. And I live on fruits and vegetables and natural proteins. And I've been doing that since January. Like we've gone traveling, we've driven 24 hours in our vehicle to go down to Florida, and we've had our Florida trips, and I continued that sustainable diet because it's now part of who I am. And that's actually how I eat. So when I look at something and I go, even if I go out to dinner with somebody, I'll look at the meal and I'll just say, please don't put the chicken on that, and can you add chickpeas or something? I'll see something else they have in the menu, and it's so automatic. Like I'm actually barely even thinking about it because it's something that I've been continuing to do. When you diet, you need to do things that you know are sustainable, but you also have to keep with it. It took me about 3 months for it to just be like normal habit without me even thinking twice about it. And that's what people don't understand. That's where we give up. But if it makes you feel good, if it actually helps you to feel like you're stronger mentally and physically and emotionally, it allows you to feel good, then you need to keep doing it. And forget about people's point of view. People think I'm flat out crazy for how I eat, but you know what? My bloating's gone. I've lost weight that I haven't been able to lose in years. I have, my digestion is actually working, and I feel better than I've felt in my entire life. So even though people's mindset may not think that what I'm doing is good, if it makes me feel good, I deserve that. And you have to remember that too. Your decisions should never be impacted by other people's decisions, but because at the end of the day, when you're reflecting on your day and you're thinking about how you feel, they don't care about that. What matters is how you feel and what works for you. So I just want to tell you that you can do anything you set your mind to. Just remember that when it's hard, it's because your body is trying to reprogram and decide what part is going to be your new comfort zone. And you need to continue to push because you want that new level, those new mindset, those things that you know you can do and you know you should be doing to be your new comfort zone. And then all of a sudden, if you keep that up, this is your comfort zone, and you can decide to stay there or you can continue to improve. And that is the beauty of you, because every single thing that you eat, all your decisions and habits are actually controlled by you and nobody else. So, biggest tips, check labels. Make sure all your ingredients are things you can actually pronounce. Always have healthy alternatives in your workplace and also in your home, and always pack stuff wherever you go. When I go, I have a bag and I pack plenty of water, and then I pack snacks for myself. So then there's no excuses. And there's no, oh, I have nothing else to eat, I gotta eat this. I always make sure I have a snack, and I always make sure my kids have a healthy snack too. And just believe in yourself. It's crazy, right? Healthy mindset for eating healthy is literally just believe in yourself. Pretty much every one of us knows what we need to do in order to be healthy, and you can think about that, don't eat that, or you should be eating this. We just have to act on it. The more and more you act on your natural instincts, and the more you reward yourself when your body thinks, stop eating that, or you shouldn't eat that, the more and more that voice gets louder, and the easier it is to do those things. When you constantly ignore your gut instincts and you know you're doing something that you should not be doing, that voice actually gets quieter. So think about that too. Trust your instincts, nourish them, use them, and the decisions become easier. So just remember that you can do it. You probably already know what you need to do. And if you don't, Google is wonderful for recipes, healthy recipes. If you have things that you want to keep out, like maybe sugar, healthy recipes with no sugar. And you can find all these things and just slowly pick a couple things, master those, love those, and then go back and pick some more. It's really, really, it's a lot easier than you think it can be. So I hope this is helpful for you guys. Have an awesome day.